Can Iran actually fight the United States and win a war? That's not a movie question. That's not a video game scenario. That is a real-world possibility being discussed in military rooms right now. And the answer might shock you, because if the United States and Iran ever engage in direct battle, it wouldn't just be another regional conflict. It could reshape the entire world overnight. Before we go any further, take 2 seconds right now and hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Videos like this get buried fast. And you don't want to miss updates on stories that could affect oil prices, the economy, and even your daily life. So like and subscribe now, and let's dive in. Most people hear US versus Iran and instantly assume it's obvious. America wins. End of story. Biggest military on earth. Most advanced weapons. Massive budget. But here's the part most people never think about. Wars aren't won on paper. They're won in reality. And reality is messy, unpredictable, and dangerous. Because fighting Iran isn't like fighting a small country across the ocean. Iran sits in one of the most strategic locations on the planet, and that changes everything. Picture this, it's late at night. War rooms are active, satellite screens glow. Generals lean over digital maps. Naval fleets move silently through the Persian Gulf. Missile systems are being fueled. Fighter jets are on standby. Both sides are watching each other. Waiting. Not attacking. Just waiting. Because everyone knows something terrifying. The first shot changes history forever. Let's talk numbers first. The United States spends more on its military than the next several countries combined. Aircraft carriers that look like floating cities. Stealth bombers that radar can barely detect. Drones that can strike from thousands of miles away. Cyber warfare units that can shut down power grids without firing a bullet. On pure strength alone, the United States dominates. So case closed. Right, not even close. Because Iran doesn't fight like America. They don't try to match power with power. They fight smart. They fight indirectly. They fight asymmetrically. Instead of meeting a giant head-on, they attack the giant's weak points. And that's where things get scary. Here's why. Almost 20% of the world's oil flows through one narrow waterway called the Strait of Hormuz. And guess who controls it? Iran. If war breaks out, they don't need to destroy America. They just need to block that passage. Oil tankers stop. Gas prices skyrocket. Markets crash. Inflation explodes. Within days, the entire global economy feels pain. So technically, Iran could hurt the United States without ever stepping on American soil. Let that sink in. This wouldn't just be bombs and bullets. It would be economic warfare. And sometimes economic damage hurts more than missiles. Now imagine the first week of a hypothetical war. The United States launches precision airstrikes. Radar stations are gone. Air defense is destroyed. Missile sites eliminated. Iran takes heavy damage early. But then something different happens. Instead of surrendering, Iran switches tactics. Small fast boats swarm U.S. ships. Drones attack bases. Cyber attacks hit infrastructure. Proxy groups in the region strike American allies. Suddenly the battlefield isn't one location. It's everywhere at once. This is what experts call a war of attrition. Death by 1,000 cuts. The kind of war that drags on for years. And here's the truth nobody likes to admit. America struggles in long wars. We've seen it before. Iraq. Afghanistan. Winning battles is easy. Winning the aftermath is the nightmare. And Iran knows this. They've studied it. They've prepared for it for decades. They've built underground missile cities, hidden tunnels, mountain bunkers, and mobile launchers that disappear after firing. Even if the U.S. destroys 50 targets, 10 more pop up. It becomes like chasing shadows. And while all this happens, civilians suffer. Families hide at night. Cities lose power. Food shortages grow. Sanctions crush everyday people. Because governments fight, but ordinary people pay. That's the part politicians never show you. Now let's talk leadership. On the American side, there's pressure to look strong. On the Iranian side, there's pressure to never look weak. And pride becomes a weapon. But pride is dangerous. Because when neither side wants to back down, escalation becomes automatic. One strike leads to retaliation. Retaliation leads to expansion. Expansion pulls in allies. Before you know it, it's not just two countries. It's a regional war, maybe even a global one. So, who actually wins? Here's the uncomfortable answer. Nobody truly wins. Yes. The United States likely dominates militarily. Yes. Iran likely takes heavier losses, but victory doesn't mean clean success. Victory might look like destroyed cities, oil shortages, global recession, thousands of lives lost, and political instability for years. That's not winning. That's surviving. But here's where it gets interesting. Iran doesn't need to win outright. They just need to make war too expensive, too painful, too messy. If they can make the cost unbearable, they achieve their goal. Which means even the strongest military in the world can feel trapped. And that's why this question is so complicated. It's not who has the bigger army. It's who can last longer. Who can endure more pain. Who blinks first. Because modern wars aren't boxing matches. They're endurance tests. Now think about this. What if the first shot isn't even intentional? A drone misidentified. A ship gets too close. A missile misfires. History shows many wars start accidentally. And when tensions are high, mistakes become disasters. Right now both countries are walking that tightrope. Every day. Every hour. Hoping nothing goes wrong. Because once it does, there's no pause button. So can Iran engage with the United States in battle? Yes. Would it be devastating? Absolutely. Would they win outright? Probably not. But could they make the United States regret ever starting it? Very possibly. And that's what makes this standoff so dangerous. Because when both sides know the cost is huge, fear grows. And fear makes leaders unpredictable. Here's my take, and you might disagree with me. I actually think if war breaks out, it would probably be over in just 2 or 3 days and barely affect the global economy at all. Yeah, that's what I think. But maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe there's something bigger I'm missing. Maybe it would last months or even years. So tell me in the comments. Do you think Iran could actually hold its own? Or would the US dominate instantly? Correct me if I'm wrong. Debate me. I read every single comment. And if this video helped you understand the situation better, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next deep dive. Because stories like this change fast, and the next update might be the one that changes everything. I'll see you in the next video. Stay informed, stay sharp.